wherever I am, in whatever space I write, I always seem to come home to El Paso. I was born in this hot, sprawling Texas city, nestled in the blue crags of the Franklin Mountains. It's the Rio Grande that calls me, this river that determined me, assigned me birthright and citizenship, gave me a language and a purpose. This river that haunts me with its ghosts. I see its muddy current. It takes me back to my boyhood. My friends and me would hear stories of those who had died trying to ford the water. The riverbank is dense with these ghosts, some real, some not, and some so painful, I wish they weren't true. These are my cuentos espantosos from Rio Bravo. Me, Rio Bravo. Two men, one short, the other tall, quietly gather their belongings and wade silently into the dark sludge of the Rio. They stride waist high past the green chemical foam and old tires dunked in the shallows like giant black donuts. The moon shimmers over the water, showing its full face on the surface. It scatters in the wake of these silent interlopers. As they reach the opposite shore, where a clump of small trees await them, they sense a presence lurking in the dark. A tall man, Lucero, whispers,
Oye, ¿ves lo que yo veo?
freckled with leaf shadow, a woman with a black veil over her face stands on the shore.
¿Eres tú?
¿Qué?
¿Eres tú?
Señora, se supone que la conocemos.
No nos dijeron nada de ninguna señora.
Busco a mi marido.
¿Marido? Señora, nosotros no estamos casados.
Aunque tenemos novias, bueno, en nuestras mentes.
Sí, novias bien chulas. ¿Conoce a la Eva Longoria?
Cállate, Emilio. Ni tienes chance con ella. Está con el basquetbolista.
¿Tú eres Emilio?
Pues qué chistoso. Eso fue lo que mi jefa dijo cuando me parió.
Emilio. Emilio. Emilio.
No, ya párele. ¡Ya párele!
He estado esperando por ti, Emilio Santiago.
¡Espere! Él no es Emilio Santiago.
¿No es él?
Este es Emilio Rodríguez.
¡Ay, perdón! Lo siento. Pensé que eras mi marido. Espero por él a lo largo de estas riberas. Y sin mis ojos no puedo ver muy bien en la oscuridad. Váyanse. Y traten bien a sus novias.
Dios mío, le iba a preguntar algo.
¿Qué?
¿Que por qué quiere matar a su marido aquí precisamente? ¿A dónde crees que fue?
Ay, tal vez la migra se la llevó. ¡Vámonos, pendejo!
¿Realmente quieren saber?
Pues si usted quiere compartirlo, ya sabemos cómo son esas cosas que se guardan dentro.
Bueno, alguna vez fui joven.
Alguna vez fui bella y me llamaba Ana María. Alguna vez atraje a los hombres más guapos hacia mi corazón. Esos fueron días de canela, los días de la canela más dulce. Y en mi rostro estaba la madurez del amor. Él trabajaba en una dulcería, de esas donde venden los dulces que le ponen a las piñatas. Filas y filas de dulces mexicanos garantizados para llenarte hasta reventar. Y del techo, todas esas efigies coloridas del Mickey Mimi. ¡Ay! Las tortugas ninja. Estrellas de papel y burritos. Yo estaba comprando una piñata para mi sobrina y fue Emilio quien llenó de dulces la barriga de Cenicienta con tal cuidado y eficiencia. Ay, me dio tanta envidia que me enamoré de él inmediatamente. Así nomás. Nos casamos en la iglesia San Antonio y nos mudamos al departamento en el garaje de la casa de mi hermana. Y puso dulces en mí y fuimos felices. ¡Ay, Emilio! ¡Ay! Pero las cosas cambian. Él cambió, perdió su trabajo y yo no podía tener bebés. No importaba cuánto lo intentáramos y a él no le cayó muy bien. Se volvió huraño y distante. Se la pasaba tomando con sus amigos. Y pronto se volvió muy feo. ¡Me golpeó! Y golpeó a mi cuñado por venir a defenderme. Ay, golpeó a la luna por estar mirando. Golpeó a la noche tan fuerte que se quebró. Y fue por una de sus grietas que me escapé para esconderme. Me quedé con mi amiga que trabajaba en la Target, mientras que él se enfurecía como un loco. Ay, pero sabía que tenía que regresar a casa en algún momento, como si supiera que Emilio, mi marido, probablemente me mataría si regresaba. Hice la única otra cosa que podía. Lo reporté a la migra. Les dije por teléfono que había cruzado con papeles chuecos y pronto los hombres de verde vinieron y se lo llevaron. Lo deportaron a Juárez. Solamente cuando estuve segura que estaba allá, volví a la casa. Y en cuanto pisé el suelo, me sentí finalmente libre. Ahora dejaría de ser su piñata. Todo iba bien. Me hice las uñas, agarré un trabajo en la misma Target. De hecho, estaba contenta que no tuve un bebé. Pero a la semana siguiente, alguien tocó la puerta. Y el hombre de verde estaba allí. Me preguntó con una voz triste americana.
Señora, ¿tiene usted sus papeles?
alguna forma en mi mente había olvidado ese detalle, que yo también no tenía papeles, que yo también había puesto en riesgo mi propio estatus al haber llamado a los hombres de verde. Le dije que no y me miró como si mi no se hubiera caído en su zapato.
Tendré que pedirle que venga conmigo.
No, por favor, no puedo. No puedo regresar. Él está allí. ¿No entiende? ¡Me está esperando!
Sí, lo entiendo.
¿En serio?
Él fue el que nos dijo.
Me metieron al coche y me llevaron al corralón. Mi hermana agarró a un abogado para evitar mi deportación, pero no había nada que hacer sino mandarme a Juárez. Allí estaba yo rezando en el autobús para que él no me viera, pero en el lado mexicano del puente estaba allí, sonriendo y saludándome como el más sumiso de los novios. Emilio, no, por favor, Emilio, no, Emilio, no, por favor, no.
Me encontraron 3 días después. Mis pulmones llenos de agua sucia del río Grande. Mis ojos cerrados de la hinchazón por la tierna misericordia de mi marido.
Hay un largo suspiro de viento que se corre a través del agua entre ellos.
Pues no era mi amigo. Este Emilio no mataría ni una mosca. De hecho, las moscas lo matarían a él. Es tan delicado.
¿Y qué le hace creer que él viene por acá?
Tiene que... Lo siento en mis huesos. Viene hacia mí.
Pues ojalá pudiéramos quedarnos un rato más y escuchar un poco más del chisme. Pero tenemos una cita con Eva Longoria. Vámonos, Emilio.
¡No! No vayan por allá. Los hombres de verde están clavados ahí. Puedo oler sus whoppers y papas fritas. Estarán más seguros si van de este lado.
Señora, usted es la mejor.
Le juro que voy a tratar a Eva con mucho cariño.
They continue through the murk of the riverbank, making their quiet way through the sedges and reeds. Then, the beam of a flashlight stops them cold.
¡Ay, chingao! ¡La migra!
No, no, compadres. Soy yo. Oigan, ¿van a norte?
Sí, para allá vamos. ¿Usted también?
Pues a huevo. Tengo que. No puedo estar en Guaritos un día más.
¿Por qué no?
Porque la policía anda atrás de mí.
Ah, ¿en qué bronca te has metido?
¡Ja! No es nada en lo que Emilio Santiago no se pueda zafar. Te lo seguro. Ahora, amigos, pueden mostrarme el camino más rápido para salirme de este desmadre.
Pues... por allá.
Gracias. He turns and wades slowly towards the darkness of the far shore, down the river that waits for everyone. No! pasa, paisanos? Yo te veo sitting in the teatro, vato, all comfy and cozy, while I'm here in my proud, poverty-tested, narco-infested, maquila-invested side, just waiting for a chance to heave my panza over this pinche fence. I cross the Rio Grande todo el tiempo, pero no me llames ilegal. Me no mojado. Me no alien from planet Mixteca. Chale, soy puro economic refugee. My name is Beto, incompleto, el hermano sin mano, 'cause I lost my arm on the notorious Puente Negro. You want to hear how it happened? Pues órale. Well, one day, back when I was a young guapo like Gael Garcia Bernal, I needed jale. That's work in slang bang. But there was no jale. And school, pues olvídalo. The only lesson you learn when you're hungry is hunger. Feria, vignettes, frijoles, mamones. So, one day, young Beto Completo,
That's me.
decided to go to Texas, where he could find some real jale that paid real feria.
Ya me voy.
And he was a daring little fulano.
I'm a daring little fulano.
Pero, let's face it, nunca pensaba too far ahead.
Órale, that's not true. I think ahead all the time.
What's today, wey?
Pues Friday, güey.
What's mañana, rana?
Who cares, fulana? Let's do it already. Ay, ay, ay.
Ya ves. And so, Beto Inepto did not foresee the bronca he was getting into by choosing to cross the Rio at the one place that was peligroso to the max.
The Puente Negro.
The Black Bridge, usado por los freight trains de Placosas de México a los United States.
That bridge don't scare me.
Big y black, with these solid doors de fierro on both the Kmart side and the Mercado side, so that nobody uses it, no más que los trains when they come. Las puertas creak open and the train rolls muy slow over the Puente Negro.
Okay, that bridge scares me.
You sure you want to cross?
First, Beto Futuro, what happened to your brazo? My brazo. Where's my arm?
Young Beto, you're about to find out. And so, with infinite confidence, young Beto waited under a tree by the puente till the pitch of night. And that's when...
What the tecate was that?
It's the monster.
A whole regiment of economic refugees had gathered under the same árbol. Y uno de ellos approached Beto.
What's your name, compa?
Pues they call me compa.
I'm Beto Completo. What do you mean, monster?
I mean the monster of the Puente Negro. A big evil troll con una placa and a long black flashlight. Tiene ojos como searchlights, teeth como barbed wire, hands like chupacabra claws. He comes down in la noche, holding su flashlight like a samurai sword. And this monster lives to catch you and tear you to pedacitos de carne asada. Cuidado!
That's when you hear the whistle.
What whistle?
By some crazy magic, the gates yawn open and the train gets ready to move. Slow, like a saddle de elefante, goes the train, wheezing and grinding gliding over the Rio.
¡Trucha! ¡Ahí viene el tren! Now's our chance! ¡Muévete!
Without even a susurro, you move as one.
One cuate goes there.
Y otro jumps there.
2 more over there.
Luego you and the compa named compa climb onto the second boxcar, lie down flat as tortillas, and pray to the Virgen Santísima to see you safely across.
So here we are, compa.
Ay, por fin, ya estufas.
What are you gonna do if you make it to Yanquilandia?
Post-work, buy a little casita and get married and raise a couple babies. Y pues claro, go to la quema. ¿Y tú? What are you going to do when you get there?
Pues, live.
And the train churns forward like a Los Lobos ballad across the Puente Negro.
I look at compa, and he turns all pale, like a güero. His clothes, his pelo, his skin, even his breath turns white as Frosty the Snowvato. I want to say something, pero the words turn to guacamole in my mouth.
I was con la fleshy light.
Like Cantinflas.
This big piercing luz enfrente, turning you all into Jose Felicianos. The train cuts a deep, lumbering pedo.
Órale, that was the train, not me.
Luego, oyes
El monstruo del puente?
or as we call them in Guaritos, Migrasaurus Tex.
Oh, is this when I lose the arm?
Todavía no. Look, there he is.
You mother
Tries to run, but the monstruo hits him on the head with the fleshy light. Y se cae como un mega estupendo Friday the 13th scream. You see another vato make for the Kmart side, but the monstruo
Speedy como González.
gets him by the cuello and says something like,
You got the right to be silenced by me!
I hear another grito chilling my pito.
Is this when I lose the arm?
Calmantes montes, veto incorrecto. You and the compa named compa están bien escapados.
We keep quiet. We look ahead at the other 2 guys lying on top of the engine car. Ay, he just does this big hairy paw. Reaches up y los agarra.
The compa named compa está pensando.
Maybe it's not so bad living on 6 pesos a day.
Oye, ¿a dónde vas?
Ay, te guacho, borracho.
But as soon as the compa slips out of view,
Is this when I lose the arm?
te digo que no. Ponte trucha and listen.
¡Chingachongas! ¡Tío, los panchos! ¡Chano del ancho!
Jump off the boxcar now! Onto the bridge! You hold on to it like it's your mama's chichi with both hands. Look down into the darkness of the Rio below. And there, enfrente de tu mente, Migrasaurus! Big and panting and mad as hell. Sangre all over his hands, his face, his placa. A red locura in his eyes.
You got a piece of port, Senor Wet. Or do you want to join your comrades?
He levels the fleshy light onto the tracks atrás. And there, in the beam of his demon light,
Brazos, piernas, manos, torsos, One cabeza de compa.
All over the tracks, like messy G.I. Joe parts.
I'm gonna have to disarm you, Senor Wet.
Now?
Now. We are mentos incompletos for life. You fall and dangle from the puente. The whole world upside down.
You cucara, cha, cha, cha.
El monstruo viene por mí.
You see his monstro botas. Smell his breath of death.
Like that other green monster. ¿Cómo se llama?
Shrek.
Then, out of nowhere,
A disembodied hand grabs him by the pescuezo. While another one le da en la madre.
then a leg kicks him in the huevos rancheros.
While another one le da en los ribeyes. I can't believe it. All these body parts are beating the chicharrones out of the monster. Wait! Compa?
Beto! Remember us when you get there.
Is that my hand?
Simon.
Oh, can I have my watch back, please?
It's mine now. And it says it's time to run, loco!
So I run and run and run. Slip past the closing gates and the monstro taking a beating. Who is, after all, really only a man. But we make myths of the things we fear, like they make myths of us. And the biggest myth we share is the USA. Why else would we lose limbs and lives coming here? We're making mythology. Well, that's the caboose of my cuento, babosos. Nos vemos al otro lado.
Now, listen up, border rookies. I want to tell you about how I lost my arm. You see, I lost it on the Puente Negro, which is patrolled nightly by a big, hairy monster we call Beto Mexicanus. I guarantee it's a scary tale.
There was an ugly war, an ugly revolution all over Mexico, much killing and confusion. The people took up arms against the government that didn't seem to hear their citizens' lament. Zapata and his men rebel across the south. Pancho's men revolted La Virgen, grant us peace and suerte. Let us see el norte before we see la muerte. Just then some federales, they spied us on the water. They aimed their shiny rifles, we feared a mighty slaughter.
If you here dare to cross, we'll cut you down to pieces. The shore you'll never reach, only the beard of Jesus.
We stood there by the river until I yelled. They fired all their guns. Our bullets rained upon us. We swam toward the shore, and when we hit the dirt, the miracle was that not one of us was hurt. We thanked the Lord and then unto our Virgin prayed. Then silently we crept on toward the USA. We came now through a town, the name's San Elizario. Everyone was sleeping in the sleepy little barrio. Empty were the streets, the mission wide and ghostly. If anything was moving, it was our shadows mostly. Here's where the corrido gets all kind of loco. The gaslights all around us change to electric foco. Then futuristic cars came zooming fast around us. Futuristic gente, aye, they did astound us. We then saw jets above us, flying just like eagles. Fast food restaurantes filled with cool amigos. Buildings tall and modern, and everything so fast. Every place we went to was newer than the last. Finally arriving on the mountain ridge, we took in the view. There's the border bridge. We saw twinkling lights. El Paso, USA. And across the border, Juarez in decay. That's when we realized how little things have changed from the time of Villa. The guns are rearranged. They're on the US side, aimed at our hermanos. Whatever side they're on, they're aimed at Mexicanos. Then I turned around, I saw my body floating, dead right in the water. Muerto, blue and bloating. We knew then that we died crossing la frontera, and I was a wonder into the modern era. It was our wish she granted. La Virgen heard us pray to see America before our dying day. We returned at dawn to San Elizario, to where we belong, El Campo
This is a different kind of ghost story with a different kind of ghost. I see this ghost every day on my way to work. Well, I used to. I only see him now when he's trying to get clean or when he thinks he is. Ghosts like Adrian fool only themselves, but that's not his fault. Back when I was in the 5th grade and feeling just as loosey-goosey as Adrian, him and me used to ride our bikes all over Isleta, up and down the streets like hell's angels, like dust devils, feeling pure wildness, riding up behind the girls and yelling stuff like,
Watch your lip!
Órale, boy!
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing!
Míranos, popping wheelies for the old ladies to sneer at. We just sneered back and ran right over their petunias and whatever you call those stupid purple flowers that die before July. People got no business planting dainty flowers like that in the desert. It just makes the desert mad. Anyway, we used to stay out all day, then buy some Cokes at the 16 Food Corral and ride up to the levee to soak up the dying sunset and watch the stars come out. It's just the thing babosos like us would do all summer long.
Huh?
So this one evening, we're tossing rocks at our empty bottles, trying to see whose breaks first. We're getting nowheres, and I say so.
Adrian, we're getting nowheres, ese.
I know, ese. These bottles, Mundo, they don't break so easy.
That was my name back then, Mundo, which is world in Spanish. And now, most people call me Rey, which is rayo in English.
Mundo, just concede, man. I won.
You? How's that?
'Cause I hit my bottle more times than you.
No, I hit mine more, loco.
But you don't know how to count, ese.
How do you know that?
'Cause I copy off your math all the time.
Count this, mamon. Ooh!
I give him an obscene gesture I had just learned that year. One that embarrasses me, but makes me feel older all the same.
So the victory is in dispute. This calls for sudden death.
I don't like the sound of that.
What does that mean?
It means we dare each other to do one more match. And then we go home.
Okay, I dare you to shut the F up. Oh!
No. I'm serious. Something like El Santo would do.
El Santo was a Mexican wrestler we all watched on TV. He was so famous, he had his own brand of pasteurized milk.
Okay, Mundo. Let's see. I know! The river!
What about it?
We swim the river! Yeah, from here to the bank over there and back. First one back wins.
I didn't know if it was such a good idea to swim in a river they found bodies in at least once a month. Human bodies, ballooned up big as cows.
Okay.
It's against the law, man.
Chicken.
What if Mexicans grab us?
I don't see no Mexicans, but I see a chicken.
We could drown.
Or I could whoop your ass, you little chicken.
Quit calling me chicken, Ese. Okay.
I get a little mad at him for doing that, but I take off my shoes with him all the same. I squat, as if to dive. He squats too.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, go!
And there he goes. I twitch like I'm gonna go too, but stop myself at the last minute. That'll teach that smart dude. But Adrian, he paddles furiously towards Mexico, sending crusty yellow bubbles up around his brown little head. He's racing like in the damn Olympics, like that Mark Spitz dude, surging como loco. He must know I'm still on the bank, but he just swims. He reaches the opposite shore in world record time. With a touch of his hand, swings his whole body around and plows back in my direction. His arms flipping madly up and through, like a pinchy windmill. He is todo superhero, aquavato, border Olympic, Marco Spitz with 5 gold medals, and the banana seat bike. He is incredible. I see his face, wet and shiny, taking in big gobs of air. His eyes flash at me this look that is part scorn and part ecstasy. He's showing me up the jerk. And you know what? I'm glad. Because now, the whole summer will mean something special.
Chicken.
Now, it'll matter. What neither of us see, though, is La Migra. I freeze right where I stand.
Hey.
Nice form. Really good stroke.
Thanks.
Oh, Adrian, let's go home.
Say, you got some ID?
ID?
Yeah, like a passport or a visa or something. A driver's license will do.
Sir, I'm 10 years old.
Why would that make a difference? You swim from Mexico to the U.S., you should carry some form of identification.
But I swum from here to there, then came back.
Well, that's not what I saw. I only saw you swim from there to here. And who taught you English, boy? There's no such word as swum. It's swam. Can you say swam?
Sir, honest.
Can you say swam?
Swam.
I step in here. I have to. He's looking at Adrian like his face is a big red X.
Sir, he's American. He goes to Roosevelt Elementary with me.
Well, we'll see about that. Want me to take you in, Sonny?
No, sir.
Tell you what. Recite for me the Pledge of Allegiance.
The pledge?
Uh-huh. Starting now. Adrian looks at me. His eyes were always black, but now they are blacker than anything I've ever seen on Earth. He swallows hard and begins.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm saying it too in my head. I can't believe how much of it just evaporates. You missed a word.
No, sir, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Which word, sir? Because I believe I said it all word for word like I learned it.
Indivisible. You missed indivisible, you witless kid.
I said indivisible.
You hear him say it? hear him say indivisible. I know that if I lie, he'll take me in too, and probably subject me to even worse than he had in store for Adrian. But still, something inside me must stand by my friend with whom I have an indivisible friendship.
Didn't I? Mundo! Didn't I say it?
I look down and shake my head. Adrian pleads with the migra.
I am an American citizen, sir. I swear to God.
I don't know. Maybe, if you recite the preamble to the Constitution, I might be convinced.
The preamble? I don't know that.
Or maybe, the Gettysburg Address. Come on, kid. I'll give you a hint. 400 years ago. He's smirking now, like the canary that ate the cat. Adrian shivers all over in a single spasm, his toes pulling up little pebbles off the ground. I don't think he's breathing much. Well, come on, kid.
I don't know that either, sir.
Of course you don't, because you're an illegal Mexican. Now, I want you to admit it. I'll give you a chance to admit it. Just say, I'm a Mexican. Adrian looks at me like I'm his last living relative. He mutters softly.
I'm American.
Oh, you think so? You think just because you're on this side of the river, that makes you a by God American?
Yes, sir.
Migra takes out his baton with a nasty swish, holds it away from his hip. Adrian twitches all over in a single spasm, all the air around him taking a seismic shift inward. Well, son, I got news for you. You're mistaken. The borderline's moved. It's here now. See? You're still a Mexican, far as I could tell. You want the U.S.? Well, step over it. Come on, step. The line just moved. And you're still a Mexican. This time, Adrian's face tenses up. All his muscles gather hate and strength, and unbidden, he steps over the line.
American!
Mexican.
American!
Mexican.
American!
Mexican!
American!
They do this like 5 times. They're 10 feet or more away from me. And they simply stand there in the coming darkness by the quietly churning water, in the presence of something bigger, darker, meaner than them. The 2 of them caught in its gaze. The migra finally speaks. See this line, boy? It's always there. No matter how many times you cross it, you will always be a Mexican. And don't nothing ever change that. Don't you forget it.
Yes, sir.
I think he said. You might have said nothing at all. The water's so loud now and he's so shaken. Mexican shoes. That's all he says. He gets in his car and drives away slowly, like he might change his mind and turn around. Neither Adrian nor me say anything. We just walk home. Summer is dead to us now. Time passed. We never told anyone about what happened. It was our shame, our secret, and we left it at that. I learned that preamble and the whole Gettysburg Address by memory for reasons no one could have guessed. It something changed in Adrian. He didn't joke around anymore, and he stopped hanging around with me and our other buds. He quit high school, started smoking, then started smoking something harder. Then he found a line he could not stop crossing. See, there he is, a ghost. A ghost of my 5th grade summer, haunting himself night and day, haunting that river that holds our secret in a land full of ghosts.
Let it be. Fiona, let it be free. Let your hair down, mama, and let your soul be free.
Yep, I seen him. Sometimes at dusk, but mostly at night, when you can't be sure what you're seeing. Special Field Agent Fiona Banks here. I've been on the Border Patrol for 15 years. I transferred to this sector from San Diego, where I worked for 10. That means 5 years in the red zone. But I'm from around here. You know, it's good to be back home. The people of El Paso are salt of the earth. I love them. I patrol this part of the river in my Humvee, mostly on my own. But I don't mind. I like the solitude. It gives me time to think. Anyway, you know, I met him when I saw a group of crossers trying to come over that spillway where the river becomes the actual border. Hey, it ain't that deep there, but it's pretty wide. And the current's a treacherous son of a gun. So when they got about midway across, I shone my flashlight on them and then I yelled, "Hey, don't y'all come down this way if y'all don't want to drown. La agua es muy peligrosa." Okay? Now, I drove over this private trestle bridge to the part where the border continues by a fence to make sure they wouldn't come on down there. And lo and behold, there he comes trotting out. An 8-year-old boy in t-shirt and red sneakers, I swear to God.
Lady, you cost me $500. How come you send them back?
'Cause they'd either get caught by me or by the currents. That's how come, you little jerk.
Oh, that's their problem, not yours. I had to give back their money.
Wait a second, you. You're their coyote.
¿Y qué? What's it to you?
Honey, you're just a muchacho. You're too young to be doing this kind of thing.
Oh, I've been doing it for a year.
What's your mama think of it?
Oh, I don't have a mama. I don't have nobody. I do my business solito, and you owe me $500.
Well, you almost killed them sending them over the spillway like that. I don't reckon you want that on your conscience now, do you?
Oh, then por donde fregados do I send them?
Well, you could send them overland. That way yonder.
Will you be there?
Damn straight I will.
Oh,
At least they got a fighting chance.
whatever.
Hey,
Huh?
what's your name anyhow?
Nacho.
Nacho.
As in nacho business.
Well, Nacho. You know, you need to be in La Escuela, senor.
Oh, yeah?
And there it came, right out of his mouth, arching over the border and plop on my boot. Over the next few days, I didn't see anyone crossing over the spillway. In fact, things even got kind of quiet over in my zone, and I figured he took my advice. Then one day, while I was sitting by my Humvee having my lunch, I seen him come right over to that international demarcation line, which is marked by big rocks painted white.
Hola, migra.
Hey, Nacho,
Your consejo was good. Gracias.
don't mention it.
I don't want nobody dead because of me.
Me neither. You hungry? I got a banana in the Humvee.
What's your name?
Me llamo as Special Agent Banks,
Huh?
but you can call me Fiona.
Fifi.
I did not say you could call me Fifi.
Aren't you married?
Nope.
Boyfriend?
No.
Do you have a novio?
No.
Oh, too bad.
Are you hitting on me, Nacho?
Boss, I think you're birdie.
Well, you know, being in this line of work doesn't exactly win me lots of admirers. But thanks anyhow.
Why are you doing this work?
'Cause I like it and 'cause it pays the bills.
Is the money good?
Honey, not near as good as what you make, but I do my best.
Your best? I got 3 groups across last week.
No.
And there goes another one right now. You need to go back to school, Fifi.
Ooh, that little brat. You know, I couldn't believe he bragged like that to my face. And it was a challenge. So I damn well rose to it. In the coming days, I redoubled my efforts and scattered over my zone like a desert hawk. That week, stopped a group of 3. A couple and a little girl. All of them were tired and thirsty looking. You know, they didn't say mom. They just climbed into the van with that sorrowful weight in their step. They drank up 2 gallons of water real quick. But before they hauled them off to detention, I stuck my head in the van and I said, Nacho. The way their eyes lit up, I knew it was him who sent them. I saw him the next week sitting on one of those white rocks.
Hi, Fifi Migra.
Hey, son.
Huh?
You need to take better care of your clients.
Oh, what do you mean?
Give them provisions for getting across some water, at least. Okay, that last group you sent, they were pretty parched.
Oh, okay.
After that, it was all cat and mouse with him and me. He'd try to sneak some past my zone, and I'd catch him. Some would get through, though, and I'd see him doing that victory dance all over La Frontera.
Level, I am number 1. I am number 1.
Voy a ponerle jardín a mi pancha, mucho debo de ser.
old transport of Michael Jackson all hopped up on Diet Cola. But sometimes to show him I'd scored some of his clients on my watch, I do my own little victory dance and he'd crack up laughing. Yeah, that's right. Come on over to Texas and I'll show you how it's done. Work hard for the money.
No, please stop.
You work hard for the money. Hard for the money, so you better treat her right. She's a lady, yeah, that's right. Giddy up, y'all. Come on over to Texas, baby. Show you how it's done over here. That's right.
Ay, Fifi, you dance pero terrible. Como la Hannah Montana.
He was the spunkiest, wiliest coyote I'd ever seen. And it was undeniable. We were growing close. When one day, we were sharing my po' boy and lemonade, and I seen him with this shiner. Nacho,
Huh?
what happened to you?
Nada. I got it under control.
And I asked him, how come you doing all this business? You making all this cash? Still you're hungry and you're dressed in rags?
Nacho business.
I knew he wouldn't say.
Fifi, you helped me, and now I helped you. Tonight, 2 men coming from right over there.
You mean the spillway? I thought I told you not
Listen
to send
to
them
me.
over there.
Wait for them to cross, and then catch them. But bring lots of help. They have cohetes, pistolas.
Why are you telling me this?
Just get them, okay? Gracias, Fiona.
That night, we set up a silent patrol along the spillway. And right around 2 a.m., just when everyone was about to quit, I spotted them with my night vision scopes. Pair of cool customers carrying 2 big plastic garbage bags on the back. Alto! Montesoriba! When we apprehended them, we looked in the bags and found a minor fortune in black tar heroin. My superiors wanted to know how I came by this special knowledge of this special cargo. But I knew better than open my mouth about any of that. For the next few days, I waited for Nacho at our daily lunch spot, but the rock lay unspat on. Then a week passed, still no sign of him. Finally, I saw one of our whirly birds zipping low over the river and raced past me toward the spillway. I got a radio transmission about an emergency, and I headed to where the commotion was, right over near the spillway. I met up with 3 of my colleagues standing over a small body half submerged in the water. He was so bloated up, but I recognized him from his red sneakers. You know, it was Nacho. I held it together because I had to. But once I was alone in my Humvee, I cried. I cried so hard I made myself physically sick. He was just a little boy. I took a leave of absence for a few days and cleaned my house. But I was back on the job in no time. even more committed than before. Something about the way he died made me more driven. I couldn't tell you why. That night, I went and parked right by the Rio. I swear, I saw this little head come bopping up out of the water. Nacho! Nacho! Is that you? I couldn't see him clearly, but I heard him.
Fifi, get behind the glass tonight. Stay behind the glass.
What are you doing out there?
Get behind the glass.
And then he was gone. And all I saw was water. No, the glass is this glass partition that Homeland Security set up for our vehicles. A little patio for our cars to park in the shade, and a bulletproof glass partition to protect us from gunfire. The narcos and Juarez had all put a bounty on our heads, and some had been shot at. You know, I didn't know what else to do, so I sat up there and waited. But then, minutes later, one after the other, 3 big old nasty bullets slam into the partition. All 3 aimed at my head. I can show you the chips in the glass, face high. The next night, I went back to the riverbank and I waited. I called to him, but not aloud. Nacho! Nacho! 2 nights later, over the static of my radio, I heard his meek, funny little voice.
Fifi, get behind the glass.
I did. And again, another shot. Since then, I tell you, I listened through the static for that voice. Try to catch a glimpse of that little head bopping straight up out of the currents. Now when I hear,
get behind the glass,
I do it. Nacho, you're watching out for me, little coyote. Like I should have watched out for you. Fly, 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 little bird, fly. Fly, 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 little bird, fly. Spread your wings and fly, little bird.
Memory works like water, always constant, yet constantly changing. Maybe that's the reason why I'm drawn to this seam of water. So much of what I remember about myself is baptized in the lure of the Rio. My culture is not in the banks, but in the current. It was the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo that designated the river as the border between 2 countries. Since then, an uneasy truce is kept in the hearts of those who live near it. They are all ghosts in their own bodies, like the Rio is a ghost of what it used to be.